Today we're looking at the very first Kizer pocket knife we've ever reviewed here on the channel. Well, folks, I want to welcome you to this particular episode here at Gideon's Tactical. I am your host, Aaron. My little buddy, GT Jr. is running around here, so you might hear some banging or have him pop into the frame from time to time. And I would just want to welcome you if you're new to the channel. We're always pumping out gear reviews here. We're always wanting to help you to stay equipped and stay prepared in your life by giving you guys thorough, honest, and complete reviews on all types of gear from EDC, survival, tactical, and everywhere in between. So that's what we shoot to do here at the channel. And if you're not new to the channel, we encourage you to consider subscribing because we're putting out those videos every single week and want you to hopefully join the GT family. So I want to thank you for considering Gideon's Tactical as part of your regular YouTube experience. So as I said, really pumped to share with you what Kizer, the company, is producing. We're going to be reviewing more of their products down the line, but also what this Vigor in particular has going for it. Now, I picked this bad boy up over at Blade HQ when they had one of their Black Friday sales. When I'm making this video, it was still $41, which is what I paid for it. The normal going rate is usually around the $60 price point, and we will have links in the description below over to Blade HQ and Amazon. When you guys use those hyperlinks, it helps us get out there, purchase gear just like this, so that we can give you full comprehensive videos on products that are either newly released, older products, or stuff like this that we've never reviewed here on the channel before. So the concept with this Vigor is that it is a lightweight EDC knife that you could carry anywhere regardless of the situation because of its compact size and lightweight capability, and it's just got some really nice, slim, elegant lines. So let's go ahead, see what this Vigor has going for it, and if you're going to be vigorous and have some vigor to purchase this when this video is over, or if this just doesn't have what you're looking for and there are other products on the market that would be better suited for you. That's what we always want to do here when we go through these videos. So let's go ahead, break this knife down, see what it has to offer. So this bad boy right here, the Blade, just super classic, love it. Drop point with a little bit of a swedge here, really dig that a lot. Satin blade. We have a hollow grind transitioning into a saber grind right here at the tip. So we have a compound grind angle, which not only just looks super cool in the light when you catch it like that, but it's also going to give you great slicing through here and then great strength at the tip. You can see there for a compact little EDC that's really thin, maximum thickness back here of 0.11. Transitioning down, you're going to get a really solid tip, stronger than some of the other knives we're going to look at today as we run them in and compare as we talk about this knife. So nice, good little belly right there. 3-inch blade overall, made out of VG10 steel. And good heat treat on there, 90-degree spine. So those of you guys have been asking me a lot in the comments and stuff. Yes, this can absolutely throw sparks with that VG10 90-degree spine right there, and there's a good little spot for that and good grab, for some of those of you using different types of like Wicked Sharp or those type of knife sharpening systems. This has a nice flat area right here to grab onto if you are going to do that. Now, the one thing that I will say is that the micro bevel on this is pretty short, pretty small, and it wasn't super sharp out of the box. Now, I did not do any short of like reprofiling or anything like that on the blade. I just ran it on ceramic rods about 30 strokes and then went to town. So everything that you're seeing, all the footage you're seeing is just with some ceramic rod touching up. I mean, you could literally do the same amount of sharpening with any coffee mug that's made out of ceramic in your cupboard, and you're going to get the same performance. So that was a little disappointing. Wasn't quite as razor sharp as I would have preferred out of the box. Had to do a little bit of tuning up. Thankfully, I did not have to do any sort of reprofiling. So that is just something kind of to note. Would have liked to just have a little bit of a higher relief edge on a little EDC knife like this. Would have been nice to see. So let's go ahead and hit the deployment. We have these nice thumb studs right here, done really well, basically mirroring each other on either side. Obviously not quite as low a cut-in where the liner lock is on the left-handed side, but with that reversible pocket clip, it is totally ambidextrous. Lefties, you could totally open and close that all day long. Righties, very easy to grab and engage. What we're looking at is bronze bushings in there. Really nice to see that, and that makes this very quick. There you go, you can see that. Real nice and smooth. Reminds me a lot of like a Rat Model 1 or Model 2, if you know those. They fly open, really, really nice. And then what we have is a liner lock that's hitting right on the back of the blade, but isn't quite over, you know, I mean, it is right there on the edge. Hitting, the liner lock is hitting 100%, but it's right there on the edge. You know, for the size of knife, very basic, not overly built liner lock, not too thin, not too thick. You can absolutely get the job done. No wobble left, right, up, down. So very solid for a little lightweight EDC liner lock design, and super fast, smooth on those bronze bushings with good thumb studs to purchase and fling this little blade open. We will look at centering as well. Dead center, really nicely done. So great, zero complaints with the lockup and the deployment on the knife. So really cool pattern on the handle. It's got this G10 that's got some really nice, cool flares in it. You know, it's not just like a solid green G10. This one obviously is green. They do have black, and I believe they may even have 1 or 2 other colors. But just really looks nice, giving it a more expensive feel and look and styling to it. With those G10 handle scales, standoffs on either side and down through to give it that nice solid feel with stainless steel liners. One side is machined out, which is always nice to see when you have that milling there, which makes this knife weigh in, according to my scale, which is really accurate. You know, it's a letter scale for envelopes and those type of things. 2.9 ounces, so under 3 ounces. Love that. I mean, anything under 3 ounces is epic in its weight class. So love that weight. And then the handle itself is going to be 3.89 inches long, so just a hair under 4 inches long for this compact EDC size. That's like perfect. And then it's going to have a maximum thickness with these contoured G10 as well. It's kind of rounded and got some, like, you know, molding and grooving to it. So, which is really cool. You know, you don't normally see that in a pocket knife. No, normally it's like, you know, like this, super squared off, blocky. This thing is really contoured well. Maximum thickness is 0.47. 0.47 at its maximum thickness. I wear large size gloves. If you've been watching the channel, you guys know that's the size of my hands, so you can see there. Fits really well in the hand. You got a nice little cut in to give you really good grip on the knife, so when you are bearing down, doing harder, heavier tasks, you don't feel like you're gonna accidentally slide up and hurt yourself. You do have some blocky jimping right here that doesn't cause any sort of pain or biting into your hand, just gives you a little extra texture there to grab onto. And then it just feels really well in my large size hands. You know, all my fingers are easily grabbing onto the knife. I feel like I have good control over it. I don't feel like there's any point where I'm wishing for more real estate. It has the perfect amount of real estate for me to purchase and grab onto. So lightweight, cool styling, and very contoured and compact for this little EDC Vigor. So here we are at the pocket clip. Pretty basic, not, you know, anything to write home about, but really just actuated and done and, you know, presented well. You're looking at a tip up, right or left, so totally ambidextrous, really like that. Satin pocket clip. Definitely giving you a little bit of a flare out without it being overly aggressive. Some, you know, pocket knives have just a massive, here's another Kizer we're gonna be looking at soon. That's really big. Not the case on this one. Contours back in well with a nice little lip there to catch your pants pocket, which is really nice to see. So again, easily swaps right or left with a good ride in the pocket. Only about 1/4 of an inch sticking up, just enough to kind of grab right here, pull out, and you have a nice big lanyard hole that you could easily run 550 paracord through. So real nice, rides really well in the pocket. So this is one of my favorite parts of doing any videos, giving you guys options and perspective so that when you go out and you decide whether or not knives or product or firearms or backpacks are the right tool or item to put in your systems, you can have some really good data points to run up when you're making that decision. So here is the Vigor, again, that, you know, compact EDC coming in at that lightweight capability, 3-inch blade, you know, and I'm gonna be using the price point of $60. That's the normal running price point from everything I'm seeing online, so that as we talk through some of these other blades. So just on perspective, if you own a Rat Model 2, you know, that's basically almost a mirror image of each other in size and perspective. But again, this is VG10, much, you know, fit and finish is a lot better on the Kizer than on the Rat Model 2, and you'll be getting better edge retention. So that would be just one example of that, but they are almost the exact same size. But you're going to be getting some of those better materials and overall, you know, better fit and finish on the Kizer. And we have something like the limited edition that they crank out, I think like a couple hundred every year of the Damascus Skyline. Totally love that. But again, 3 inches, lightweight. This one's like 2.5 ounces. Going to have a slightly longer handle, and it's going to be, about like half an ounce lighter. But, liner lock, very similar. It will be thinner in the hand. This is going to be like 0.37. This one is, again, 0.49, so a little bit thicker in the hand, which will fill it out a little bit more, but it will take up a little bit more thickness in your pocket, the real estate. And this one comes with the Sandvik steel. I would say the VG10 is a little bit better in edge retention than the Sandvik, and it'll be a little bit better on rust resistance as well. But the normal ones go for about $40, again $60 on this. Very similar knives, but the pocket clips will be a little bit better. They're right or left. So if you're a lefty, the Vigor is definitely the way to go. The Skyline doesn't offer you any left-handed options. I definitely had to upgrade the pocket clip. That was like a $20 pocket clip. So now I'm investing it into close to like $60, and I didn't have to do that with this. This is a much better designed pocket clip than the stock Skyline. So not that Skyline for $40 is not mind-blowing and amazing USA made quality, but there are options that the Vigor is going to give you that you may want to go with for the $20 upgrade over the Skyline. And here's really where I feel like the Vigor is another option when we're looking at these types of blades here. This is a VG10 Delica 4, amazing, Spyderco knife. So we're looking at the same steel on the blades, so we're not looking at any difference there. Both about $60 for both of these knives right here. But this one is that lockback design, full flat grind, whole design there. Bigger overall handle. Definitely has like a little bit more traction, but the Vigor, I would say, is a little bit more EDC friendly. The Spyderco, you definitely have to give a good wrist flick. You got the hole, then you have a lock back, and some people just don't like lockbacks. They just don't prefer that. And this is only about half an ounce heavier, whereas this one's, we're going to have the thumb studs, we're going to have the liner lock, whipping it open, and it's definitely going to fill out your hand width-wise a little bit more. You won't have quite as much real estate. The Spyderco has a little bit longer overall handle, but that's just something to really consider for the exact same price point. I would say these are about the same fit and finish quality in that sense. You're getting those ambidextrous features and everything, but what type of person are you? Are you more of the lock back, eye hole, deployment that's kind of slow and you definitely have to do a wrist flick, or are you more of like a liner lock, fast speed deployment, knife? That is a huge plus to the Kizer Vigor. In comparison to the Delica 4, some people are going to totally gravitate to a Delica 4. Some people would totally gravitate more to the Vigor. And then here we have the Mini Barrage from Benchmade, which this is like a $150 knife. And the Mini Griptilians, if you go with the 154 CM, which will be very similar edge and steel performance to this VG10, are about 100, and then if you get the higher upgrade one, again, about $150, but they're about the same size. The Mini Barrage is just slightly larger than both the Mini Griptilian and the Vigor, but not by much. And again, they're in the same category, they're in the same class, but you're going to pay $60 versus a Mini Griptilian or a Mini Barrage with their cheaper, materials. They're easily going to charge you over $100. So you're getting very similar performance for about $40 to $50 less on the price point when you look at the Vigor. Not to say that these tools aren't amazing. They totally are. And this one's open assisted, the Barrage, the Mini Griptilian's not. But that's, again, really where I feel like this is hitting that sweet spot of about $60, giving you a good balance of a lot of different things that maybe other companies out there just aren't hitting. Well, there you have it, folks. Hope you have enjoyed this video as we have introduced the Kizer brand to you. Again, first time reviewing this bad boy and reviewing that company. And I'm really looking forward to see what else they have to offer, because I'm really impressed with the fit and finish, the design, the materials that they're going with, and the price point that they're hitting. And they're cranking out new, really unique designs all the time. So really looking forward to what they have to offer and what we're going to see this year as we transition into 2018 with these reviews and checking this particular blade out. I hope this video has helped you guys out decide whether or not this knife is the right choice for you. Again, thank you for using the hyperlinks that we offer to you and helping support this channel and keeping us going and making these videos as we go into another year of reviewing. So please subscribe, comment, like, share this video, answer any questions that you guys have in the comments below. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.